time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
A very good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you are ready for today's story. And we do have an amazing guest today, a special reader. And yes, our friend Braylon is reading for us today from out in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Thank you so much for doing such an amazing job, and indeed I look forward to having you here on Storytime many more times. Excited. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you indeed for joining us on Storytime. And I hope you're ready, because Braylon will be reading a favorite, one of these ones that has come back to Storytime many times, and it will be back some more, be guaranteed. And this one is called Last Stop on Market Street. It is written by Mark de la Pena and illustrations by Christian Robinson. Welcome to Storytime, and get ready for this one. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime today. And of course, I hope that you enjoy and support our reader for today. Yes, young readers are very welcome here on Storytime as well. Thank you so much for joining in, and a big thank you to you, Pamela Courtney, as well, for making it possible for the little ones to be here with us on Storytime. Thank you to everybody that has supported indeed to make sure that days like this can happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It does take a village indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a beautiful reading from Braylon, and of course a beautiful time here together on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Amanda Wortman. Good to see you here. Hugs. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, baby Bia, hugs to you as well. Thank you for joining us out in Seattle. And you're saying it's going to be another sunny day out today. Well, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it that you are here with us, and hope all your loved ones are doing well. Thank you so much for being here with us, baby Bia, and of course Amanda out in sunny Seattle today. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Shireen. How are you doing today? And of course, joining in with David, Marianne, and Rosemary out in San Francisco. Thank you so much for being here with us. Welcome to Storytime. Glad you could spend some time with us this morning. Thank you, and I hope you're ready for that last stop on Market Street. Yes, indeed, it promises to be an adventure. And yes, with our reader today, Braylon. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Pamela Courtney, good morning to you. How are you doing? And say, woo-hoo! So excited, smiling all the way from Natchitoches, Louisiana, as it should be. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And Pamela Courtney, again, indeed, thank you for making this all possible. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And Auntie Anne, sending you love as well. And of course, Chad, we don't forget you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing? And of course, Sarah and Nathan, yes, out in hot Illinois. Please do find ways to stay cool. Thank you so much for joining us. We love this book, and yay, get to hear a special guest reading today. Yes, you do. Happy Wednesday indeed. Happy Wednesday, everybody that is joining in Storytime. I am excited for this reading. And yes, it is a good book, but even better without Braylon reading it. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. So please get comfortable, get cozy, and get ready to be, to be entertained by Braylon today. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. Good morning to you. Tara McNamara, how are you doing today? Clara at school, well, we love you still, sending you hugs. Thank you so much. And Erin, hopefully you're feeling better. It's a cool morning and should be warm later. Sunny afternoon in Massachusetts. It's one of those days, like I say, right? Sweater in the morning and t-shirts in the afternoons. And hopefully people have carried that lighter shirt that they can change into. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Tara McNamara, Erin, and of course, Clara. We're sending you highs even though you're at school today. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time. Good morning to you, Kimberly Courtney. Thank you so much for joining in, and I am glad that you're here. Way to go, Braylon, sending you love and support from Auntie Kim in Virginia. Well, thank you so much. Much needed. Yes, please keep shining your light, Braylon. We're here for you. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you, Soraya, the sticky spider. Welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning, and I hope that you have a lovely day out here in Oakland. Thank you for being here with us. Yes, love this book. Hello from cool and cloudy Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you, Marietta. And of course, Henry, sending you lots of love as well. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time. Yes, Auntie Anne and Chad are so excited. We're all here. Yes, indeed. I am glad that you're here with us. Absolutely appreciate you indeed. Yes. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time. Love it. I love all the love for Braylon today. Our special guest says, yes, you go, Braylon. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Thank you indeed. From cousin Regina, thank you. Good morning to you. Absolutely loving it. Yes. Braylon, way to go. As you know, Braylon is reading for us today. So please get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, and join me on the other side of this short break as Braylon reads to us. Last stop on Market Street. This one coming back to Story Time for the millionth time. And it will be here for the 2 millionth very soon. Thank you so much for joining in. Please get comfortable and indeed get ready for our guest today. Wherever you are, just send him love, send him hugs. Braylon will be reading for us today. Thank you for being here with us. Join me on the other side of this very short break.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and high school art educator. I am the author of 30,000 Stitches, the inspiring story of the National 9/11 flag, illustrated by Sally Warren Comport and published with Worthy Kids # book group. One thing that drew me to writing 30,000 Stitches was the idea that people from all different communities came out to stitch this flag and make it whole again. So I hope that when people read 30,000 Stitches, they remember the power of sharing our stories. When people came out to stitch the flag, they shared their stories, whether about loss or pain or love. We all have stories to tell, and by sharing our stories and listening to one another's stories, we can create a better understanding of each other and create a sense of connection and unity. And this is what creates a more inclusive world. I hope you enjoy your story time with Mr. LaMotta. Bye, everybody.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Story Time. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm glad that you're here with us. You know, today we bring back a special book. As you know, CJ is back. CJ and Grandma are back, and this time they get a companion. Somebody from Natchitoches, Louisiana is reading to us today, keeping CJ and Grandma company. So please get ready. Join me in welcoming to Story Time, Braylon. Yes, big brother Braylon is here today to help us with the reading. So Join me in welcoming him to story time. Welcome, Braylon.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. What's the weather like in Nakatosh today?
It's good.
Yeah. Is it warm? Is it cold?
It's warm today.
Is the sun out?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. What kind of weather do you prefer?
I like the rain.
Oh, nice. Okay. Why do you like the rain?
It's more calming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I see that. I like that. I mean, people pay lots of money to get the white noise machine that plays rain and all kinds of sounds, but you get the natural stuff. I like that. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I know that you are reading a book to us today. What do you have for us?
Today I have Last Stop on Market Street.
Oh my goodness. Who's the author of that?
The author is Matt D. Lapita. And the pictures are by Christian Robinson.
Oh, awesome. I love it. Thank you. It is one of my favorite books.
And it's a Newbery Award.
Yes, it's an award-winning book. Hey. It is an award-winning book. I love it. And it's such a great book. I can't wait for you to read it. So all yours. I'll leave the stage. It's all yours. And then take us away.
Hi, everybody. My name is Braylon, and today we're going to be reading Last Stop on Market Street by Matt D. Lapina. And the pictures are by Christian Robinson. Let's begin. Here are the starting pages of the end pages of the book. For Luna and her two grandmas, Ronnie and Grace, Matt D. Lapina, Matt Dave Lapina, and for Nana, Christian Robinson. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Kobe climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't get a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the door swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear. placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a big smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. How come we always gotta go here after church? CJ said. Miguel and Kobe never have to go anywhere. I feel sorry for those boys, she told him. They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I heard Trixie got herself a brand new hat. CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on the other side. On either side. Watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with the spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. How come that man can't see? Boy, what do you know about seeing? Nana told him. Some people watch the world with their ears. That's a fact. Their noses too, the man said, sniffing at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking his strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of the music, the blind man whispered, I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full and he was lost in the sound. And the sound gave him feelings of magic. Oh. I almost forgot. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti tagged windows and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're better you're a better witness for what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over the soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around the at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broke street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their family, I mean, when he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." He thought his Nana might laugh, her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now, come on." And here's the back end pages.
Oh, awesome. Wow. Amazing job. Thank you for reading to us. I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. How many times have you read this book?
I've only read it one time.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, it is one of my favorite. And I just love the way you read, your voice, everything, the way you represent the emotions in the book. I loved it. Thank you so much for reading to us, Braylon.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and Braylon, before you go too, just a quick question. I know that CJ mentions there with his grandma as they're talking, she says, sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. What's something that you liked from the book? That was what I liked, but what did you like? Or what's something that stood out for you?
When they went to the soup kitchen to help the homeless.
Wow, yeah, right. Such important work, and so important to learn those things when we're still young, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you for being here, and I know taking your time to read here with us. I just hope that everybody that was that heard you read today, can tell you're an amazing reader, and hopefully too that other little ones that are seeing you read today can also learn from you and hopefully begin to practice that reading. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. It was fun.
Oh, I hope that you have a lovely day, and then don't go away yet. I'll be right with you in a few minutes. Okay. All right. Thank you everybody for joining in today. So we had Braylon, but of course you could see Chad in the background with us as well. Love it. But yeah, thank you for being here on Storytime, and please remember you can find Storytime at storytimewithmrlimada.com, as well as at Storytime with Mr. Limada on Facebook and YouTube. And please support your local bookstores, support local authors, support independent authors too, and because they're working hard to put out that material, but also they would like us to see their work, and let us promote it and also share it with others. Thank you so much for being here. Use your local libraries. They're there for you. They're a resource. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. And see you on the other side of this very short break. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Olalu Ogunyemi, officer in the United States Marine Corps and author of Crow from the Shadow. You are tuned in with my brother on Storytime with Mr. Lamada. Enjoy, and God bless.
Welcome back. Thank you so much, Braylon. Oh my goodness, I could not stop smiling. I was smiling the entire time back here. Thank you so much for bringing that joy to Storytime today, for doing such an amazing job reading, and for being brave to be out here today and show us indeed what you can do. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. If this is not the best thing that you're going to see today, I dare you to send me that challenge. Send me what it is that will be better than this. Thank you so much, Braylon. You have been such a bright star today. Love you, and thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Good job, young man, and see you soon. Hopefully this is not the last time we see you on Storytime. Come back some more. Space is always here for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Braylon really did enjoy this. I love it. I'm glad he did. Thank you so much for joining in. Keep those messages coming. And yes, awesome job. Soraya is cheering you on. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Thank you to this wonderful community. Thank you to you, Braylon, indeed, for showing us today what you can do. Thank you. We appreciate you. And thank you for just being yourself. Thank you, indeed. And Pamela, Courtney, Jamal, everybody back there, we thank you. Auntie Ann, Chad, everybody supporting in. Cousin Regina, thank you to everybody. Tara, McNamara, everybody, thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime today. Soraya, thank you. And yes, can't wait for the show recording to Henry later. Thank you. Well, Henry, the space is open. Hopefully we see you here on Storytime too. Thank you so much for joining in. Well, Jamal, absolutely great job you have all done back there. Thank you so much indeed for making it all possible today to have the young man here with us on Storytime. Thank you. And it was good to connect as well. Thank you so much. Yes, amazing job. Keep those messages coming. Thank you, Braylon, for joining us today. You have been a special guest, a very special, extra special guest here on Storytime. Thank you for being here with us. Absolutely appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day out there. But remember too that we're back for more story time. Yes, I know today is a tough act to follow, but we have a special guest coming to join us tomorrow, and they will be reading A Place Inside of Me. Join us tomorrow and find out who this amazing guest joining us tomorrow is. Oh, I am loving this. Thank you so much for joining in. Please join us tomorrow as Chad will be reading to us. So please be here, same time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, or indeed you can join us at 11 a.m. Pacific time for the recordings. And of course, you can always enjoy Storytime at your convenience at Storytime with Mr. Lamada on Facebook and YouTube, as well as Storytime with Mr. Lamada.com. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope indeed that you do have a lovely Wednesday. We'll see you again here tomorrow for more story time. Wherever you're joining us from today, we send you love, and we hope that indeed you take a moment today to check in on your neighbor, say hello, and make sure that everybody's okay. Thank you for being here with us, and please remember, as you're going out there, take care of yourselves. If it is hot where you are, please make sure that you hydrate, make sure that you use sunscreen and everything else that is needed. And of course, if it is cold, hopefully you have those jackets. And please spare thought for those, the unhoused and so many others out there that may not be as fortunate as we are. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you indeed. Sometimes even just a little prayer goes a long way indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Yes, the star of the show, Braylon. Thank you so much for being here with us. Absolutely love it. I'm tearing up right here just thinking of what you've done today. Thank you so much for being here with us, and I encourage you to continue shining your light, and we'll hopefully see you again here on Storytime. But of course, see you here every morning with us on Storytime, enjoying books together. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Please send some love for Braylon, and absolutely appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow when we are back with another special guest. And this time we'll be joined by Chad as he reads Zeta Elliott's A Place Inside of Me. And yes, this one is illustrated by Noah Denman. Join us tomorrow and get to enjoy another great book. And of course, another great reading. Thank you so much for being here with us. Much love from me. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time. Ooh, story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Read me all of his stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear him. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear